So what do you reckon, Bubby? Are we gonna build the bestest CRX of all time and get all organised and build a plan? Yes! It's CRX time! Thanks for tuning in to episode number 3. That's right, number 3. Got the CRX behind me. I've got a Generation 2, 1987, one of the first 1,000 off the lot. Now, I don't know much about being a mechanic and restoring cars like this, and the fun part about this whole process is I don't really know what the fuck I'm doing. But the reality is, look, if you try hard, you've got a bit of aptitude and you've got a bit of drive about yourself, you can get out there and you can pretty much learn anything. And the thing is, we have the internet, we've got absolutely no excuse. And so what I'm thinking is, like, work with me, let's work together, let's do something sick. I just want this to motivate you guys to do a similar thing, because at the end of the day, we're just fucking humans. We don't know what the fuck we're doing most of the time, we just learn. So I've got this Generation 2. I'm going to be going over this video in detail in terms of what is wrong with the car, in terms of the rust we have to fix, the bodywork we have to do, how we're going to prep for spraying the thing, what parts we have to order, what we're going to be picking, and then the next video we're going to be shooting over and designing the car in terms of the bumpers, what the interior is going to look like, what the paint's going to look like, and what are we actually building, because I think this car needs a theme. So if you haven't done so already, if you're interested in CRXs, if you love CRXs, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's kick on in and let's just break down this thing and figure out what the fuck we're gonna do.
Pride's a little hurt. Lamborghini got its ass kicked by Honda. That's a CRX Honda from like 1984.
Rightio guys, episode 3. Now, thought I'd get you across. What the hell have we got to do to this car to really get going? So I've emptied the car out. You'll see that. Let's have a look. Okay, I've got all the shit out of the car. Alright. So in today's episode, I just wanted to really get across, okay, what is the extent of the damage? What have we actually got to do to restore this? I've been picking. I've had parts arriving. I'm going to do another episode on that. I think that's really important, just to get you across what we're going to do. So as you can see, we're basically working with a shell, a roller, but the good thing is it's still got belts in it. The handbrake and the braking system's still there. All the pedals, all your pedals and all of your steering and everything is still all here. Like, look at all this shit. This is all cut off, so we haven't got any wiring. You'll see there's a whole bunch of shit that's missing in terms of seals and everything in here. I've got a little bit of damage, you know, things that need to be welded up. As you can see, the doors, you know, missing. They're pretty gutted. Yeah. So anyway, so what I want to do is I want to get across the car with you, so you understand how much damage it's actually got. We can map out the damage, and then we can start to systematically pick an area. And every week we'll just move forward. Look at this. We've got an aerial. Yes. Okay. Choice. One less thing we've got to do. Anyway, so we'll systematically pick an area and we'll tackle that area, and we'll you know, start to make progress together. So I'm going to start at the front of the car. I've noticed the front of the car's got damage. It's light, but it's there. Check this shit out, right? See it all up here, it's all nice and square. You'll see, yeah, it's just been touched. The front of the car's hit something lightly. And I can see that it's not 100% square here. It's pushed in about 1 inch. And you can see where these rust spots are here. Right, see this here? This is pushed in slightly. If I get behind it, right, this is all pushed in. This is all square. I reckon that might be a good place to start. you know, is in try and square the front of this car up and actually pull it out slightly. I reckon that'd be a really good place for us, as you know, I'd feel really good about it then. So, okay, anyway, so this area here I reckon has to be pulled out about 1 inch. All the rest is rather good. Underneath the bonnet, now see this shit here? How this has all been knocked in? Like, that tells me that this has had a B series, this has had a B16 in it. The reason is because I would normally have to knock that in to get the alternator in. So that's going to make life slightly easier, which is good. So let's get across the car. I want to show you any damage that I'm actually aware of. I want to get the car out of the weather, so I'm going to clean this garage out ASAP to get the car out of the weather so that we don't have to worry about, you know, any future rust or anything like that. When it comes to damage, okay, I'm gonna have to sort that rust spot out. You know, little things like, you know, this is just, you know, slightly bent, but you know, so far so good when it comes to this sort of damage. Let's have a look underneath it. Okay, so I've got a catback system. Hasn't got this here. Right. Hasn't got a fuel tank. Hasn't got a fuel tank or anything in it. And you can see in the top here, right, you can see your fuel lines and everything, but it hasn't got the fuel filter and all the gear. But that's okay because I've already ordered a new fuel tank and new fuel lines, and that'll work really nicely with the B16. Shit like this, suspension hasn't been bolted in properly. We can start with just making sure all of that's all real good. One thing I do like is we've got Skunk 2 coilovers on the front and we've got King Springs on the back, so I'm feeling really good about that because we can actually lower this thing once it's done, which would just be unreal. You know, got little bits of spot rust and shit like that we're going to have to get into and address. See this in here? Just a little bit underneath here. Get in there, we'll get the rust killer and all that on it. See in here? It's only really light, it's just surface. So yeah, we've got to get this out of the weather. A bit more surface here, surface here. Alright. Now, see this shit here? Surface rust. It's underneath the paint. And just a little bit across the top. Windows smashed, don't care about that, I'm going to replace it. These seals are actually pretty good, but see how they're shrunk slightly? So, yeah, there's that surface rust. These are actually really good, these door seals. Very happy about that. These here, look at this. It's all, lock's missing, this area's been damaged where someone's tried to break into it. So that doesn't surprise me at all, it's a CRX. It's in like one of the world's most easily stealable cars. You know, please remind me why I bought one. Seals around the back windows. See how they're all shrunk and knackered? They're just destroyed. I'm going to get new seals for this. OEM, factory Honda from Japan. I've already lined them up, $200 for the back rear seals. So I reckon with the amount of effort that I'm going to put into this car, I'm going to put all brand new seals on it. I'm going to spend $1,000 on the seals to just make sure that when this comes out with new paint, a good motor, a real nice set of wheels, lowered, that this looks, you know, close to factory new. So I don't care, even if it costs me $2,000 in seals, I just want this thing to be fucking amazing. So I'm sure you do the same. Hey, if you're going to go through the effort, do it properly, otherwise don't bother. Across the boot here, see all this is all knackered, but it's square, like a couple of little dings and stuff in it. See out the top, it's all the same. Got this stupid light, some fucking dimwit, put this dumb shit on it. Seals across the top here, on the roof seals are still all good, but like I said, I'll probably replace those new as well. And see this here slightly damaged, replace it. I found the wiper, these wiper bloody squirter things, what are they called? I found them factory new as well. So we've still got the fuse box. Yeah, a couple of seals and a couple of fuses and stuff are missing. Who cares? What else we got? Also, I've got power steering. It's got power steering, so it's power steering model, which is great. A lot of the JDM models did have power steering. Yeah. So anyway, so still got some of the piping and stuff here, which is handy. It's got the factory exhaust by the look of it. I think it is. Have to double check. What else have we got? We've got the accelerator cable. Looks like it's a clutch. And the brakes are working. It's got the original drums on the back and discs on the front. Anyway, so that gives you a real good rundown. I'm going to now take you through what I think's missing, because this has obviously been stripped. Yeah, so okay, so we'll start front to back. All right, so around here, okay, for the front guards, like it's missing the plastics underneath the guards, as in the mud flat plastics. It's missing, I know it's around here, right? It's missing like a mount for the guards to attach to. We're missing all the wiring for all the horn. We're missing the wiring for the indicators and all the gear. We haven't got a wiring loom. There's no wiring loom. So just think of half the electrics are missing for most of it. Yeah, we don't have any of this wiring. So we're gonna have to go on a bit of a salvage mish. We're gonna have to go to a wreckers, or try and find an EF from which we can pinch all of that out of. Inside the car, again, all the wiring's missing. So this is gonna be fun. It's like, what the hell have I got myself into? But it's okay. We can do it. As in, that is the fun of it. Like I thought about it and say, here's a little bit of rust or something here as well. We'll have to get in and fix that. Anyway, but this is working. This lock, the locks are knackered. Look at this. Someone's punched the lock, as in they're trying to steal it or trying to get into it with a screwdriver or something. So we're missing the lock on that side, like I showed you. This lock's knackered. That lock there is different to the ignition barrel, so it needs all brand new locks. Fun. So it looks like we're gonna have to get keys and all sorts of stuff cut. Anyway, so yeah, so that's basically where we're at. What else is missing? Rear bumper support, obviously rear bumper, tail lights. These come with like these gaskets, as in seals. Need the seals. That's the back of the car. Like I said, probably going to need new seal kits. See, it's a 1.5X. That is a JDM. It is a JDM. It's not the SI, but it is an SI. It's good. They came out factory with the SI kit on it, the SI front and everything like that. And this model here is the lightest CRX you can get. So this is about 50 kilos. About 50 to 100 kilos lighter than any other CRX. So this is going to be a bloody rocket, especially if I leave the back interior and everything out of it. Mirror is broken. Going to have to replace that. See all the door seals? All the door seals are all they're just perished. They're shit. Yeah, so anyway, so I'll replace all of that. I'm going to need the gearbox linkages as well. Gonna need a boss kit. Gonna need the complete interior, all the front dash. I'm gonna need a heater box, air box, all the air conditioning and the heater electronics and all the dials, all the center console, all of that. I've already got some of that here, so I'm going to go through that when we go through the picking list. You'll see here that good thing is bonnet and boot levers are all there. So that's okay. We've got a little bit to work with, but it's not completely the absolute end of the world. Got a little bit more rust along here. So what else is missing? Okay, this is good. I've got side skirts. I've got the original side skirts inside the shed. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to strip them back. I'm going to figure a way to get all the undercoat and paint and stuff off them, and oil them up so they look really good. I'm going to do the same with the all of these plastic trims and stuff like that. Another bit of rust there we'll have to tackle. What else are we missing? So the guards, side indicators, both side indicators. I've got 2 spare sets of lights so that we can completely sort those out. I might be missing an engine. What do you think, guys? Am I missing an engine? Yeah, missing an engine. No engine. No wiring for the engine. Yeah, as you can see, look at all this shit. It's all been cut. So that's going to be a fucking shitload of fun. It's just like, oh my god. All the wipers, all the wiper hoses gone, but I've got a wiper tank, so that's all good. Yeah, so that's pretty much where we stand. Bonnet, so stock bonnet. So believe it or not, I've got an EF8 bonnet. It's got the hump because we're putting the B16 in it, so it's going to be mint. And I've got an EF8 bumper. It's going to cost me $1,000 for the indicators on the EF8 bumper. Remind me again why I bought it. Because I want to build an EF8. I want to build as close as I can to an EF8 without it being an EF8. Alright, so that wraps up for today. What we're going to do next is I'm actually just going to build a bit of a spreadsheet as to budget, how I'm actually going to get the money to do this, because I want to do it in stages. So at the moment I can spend about $200 a week, or $800 a month on parts or whatever. I want to do the spraying, I want to do all of it myself. The reason is because I think it'd be really interesting to go through that process, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with half of it. So let's just learn this shit together and build this epic CRX. So anyway, so what I need to do is I need to budget the whole thing out. We come together with, okay, what we need for the parts, how much money we need over what sort of period of time, and what I'd also like to do in the very next video is get you across the inspiration, because I've been building all these cool Pinterest boards and shit, and it's just like, actually, what are we going to build? What color are we going to spray it? Because to go through all of this effort, let's just build something fucking really cool, and I'd be really keen on your, on what you guys think in terms of help me choose what we build. We need to pick the wheels, we need to pick the body kits, we need to, I'm going to put this fucking sick ass Mugen wing on the back. We're going to do all this cool shit. So anyway, I want to get you across that as to what we think can look like, get a sort of a sense for, how much time it's going to take, and let's build this thing. So Nevrotter, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, come on the journey with me, and let's do something rad. Thanks guys.